There it is. All right, we are live. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Backlog episode 8. I'm here with my girl, Shar.
That's me.
That's you. This is our first time going live with the Backlog, so this is an eventful evening. Thank you for joining us on a Saturday. This is kind of cool for me. I don't have to edit anything. I don't have to.
All of this is just so that you don't have to edit.
Hey,
Come on.
don't give away my secret. But yeah, it's kind of cool. It's like, hey, I don't have to edit. I don't have to pull up, an hour of gameplay. Like we good right now. We good. But yeah, Shar, how are you doing? What's up?
Oh, I'm alive. We're here.
You're alive.
I'm alive.
Yeah, I want to apologize to everyone who does follow our little show here. We are late this month. It's been a crazy month, to say the least. At least for me. I know Shar's been ready to go, but I always had something. I had a tooth pulled. I was going through hell with that. There was another week, I think I was like super busy or something. My birthday was last weekend. So this is all on me pretty much. I'll take the blame. Shar didn't do anything wrong. she's been re-
Yay.
she's been ready to work. And she's been putting in work on that God of War. She finally beat it. So
Yes, I did.
so yeah, congrats to you. But yeah, what's up,
Thank
chat? Oh, by the way, chat, if you have any questions for us, any comments you really want us to read, we will save that for the end. So don't think we're being rude or anything. We just want to keep the show flowing, keep it like we always do. Just keep on talking. So yeah, we're going to start off with what are we starting with, Shar?
I mean, it's written in the title, but I thought of it
Yeah,
a
it's
while
your
ago.
topic.
I guess it's my topic. Yeah. I was just like, cause we talked about our gaming origin story kind of a thing. We talked about that, how we got into it, who got us into it, and all that. But I
Right.
wanted to talk about why we didn't really fall off of it, if that makes sense. You know how people they'll really be into sports or something. Like I did a lot of sports when I was a kid, and I just never kept going with it because I just didn't like it. I guess it just didn't vibe with me. But somehow when I got to video games was the one thing that vibed with me so hard, and I'm still doing it, and I still get excited for stuff, and I still play them,
Mhm.
and I have a huge ass backlog. So I
We all
mean,
do.
yeah, don't we all? But so I just was kind of like, if we had any insight on, just thinking about why we're still here, why we're still doing this, why we still like it, what keeps us here.
Right. Yeah. It's a good topic. We, like you said, we did talk about our origins and all that, and we are still doing this hobby into our 30s for some of us and
Mm-hmm.
20s for you. You're
Mm-hmm.
a bit younger. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, what is it? Why do we still engage in this wonderful hobby? I don't know, man. The top of my head just makes me think about like just how fun it is to have all these different experiences. I think because it's changing so much all the time, it's always fresh. It's not like you're doing the same thing over and over. Like with sports, you're kind of doing, well, for the most part, because I played basketball when I was younger,
Mm-hmm.
and I still like to do it now as a workout, but I'm not like in a league or anything like that, or I'm not like super hardcore. But that's kind of the same game all the time. With video games, it's just, and we're going to get to this in our top 5, but it's just so innovative that it's evolving constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that comes to my mind first. Also, it's an escape. We've talked about that before. It's an escape from
Yeah.
the real world. It's an escape from our stress. It's a way
Mm-hmm.
to get the stress off our chest in a way. Working out is kind of like that for me too, but you can't work out for 5 hours a day or something like that. You know what I mean? Like gaming
Yeah.
you can do for a while. So I don't know. That's kind of what comes to my mind. But what do you think? Like what do you think is like the number one or the main reason
No, I
you
think you
keep?
have to hit some good points with it's constantly changing. So
Mhm.
everything that comes out now, it's like, oh, what are they gonna do next, kind of a thing. And I think we've hit
Yeah.
a point where we're kind of plateauing a tiny bit on that until somebody decides to take VR to the next level, or something like that. Just level one up somebody. You got to one up somebody to
Yeah.
really do that. But like I know I'm younger than you, but you've seen more of this than I have. But evolution of gaming has
Yes.
been insane, since its conception. Even like not even just gaming, but our society as a whole has moved so fast technologically. Like I wouldn't be sitting here at my computer talking to you like, 15 years ago. Like that just wasn't really
Mm-hmm.
possible. So, it's kind of like that has changed and then gaming has changed with it. So like you look at the NES or whatever and it's like, yeah, sure, people were like super excited about all that Final Fantasy, like, well, that's some good shit, man. But like, and then the PS1 came out. I was like, holy fucking shit, man! There's 3D. Holy, I gotta keep playing video games because just so much happening in video games. So that's part of it, I'm sure. Yeah, and then the other part is definitely like an escape. Like I feel like it's more interesting is the word I want to use. I feel like it's more interesting than just sitting down and watching a show most of the time. I
Yes.
don't watch a lot anymore because of that. Like I feel like I have a better experience sitting down and like, like playing God of War I was really engaged with recently. So that's on my head, on my brain. But sitting down to play God of War was like I had to like mentally prepare myself, but once I was in there, I was in there. Like I had a night where I just like sat down and played for like I swear played for like 6 or 7 hours before going to bed. Like I could
Damn.
not stop. It was crazy. Um got so much done, but yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think that is definitely part of it. I'm trying to think of another reason.
I was gonna say,
Maybe
oh, sorry. I was just gonna say I had some nights like that with God of War too. It
yeah.
burned me out. Like mentally, I felt burnt out because I was playing on a harder difficulty. But like,
Mm,
it was so good. It's hard to get off games like that sometimes.
yeah. And then I think also part of it is like it's gonna sound so cheesy, but like the people you meet, obviously, and it like
Aw, are
just
you
kind
talking
of like
about me?
yeah, um, you and like pretty much all of my friends, but like the people around you really make an impact. I feel because if they're excited for something, you get excited for it as well. If
Yep.
you're really good friends, so like if you're sending me like videos on like this one game, like hey man, you should check this out, and I'll check it out, and either I like it or I don't. But if I do like it, I'm like, oh shit, I'm so glad that you showed me it or something
Mhm.
like that, right?
Yeah.
So it just kind of like we fuel each other's like hobbies, I guess. I don't know.
Well, we relate. We get hyped together, and that
Hmm.
definitely, yeah, I would say that too. Just the community and talking to others who share the same passion. I mean, this goes with anything, but the gaming community is just, it's so fun to
Hmm.
me. Getting excited and hyped over trailers and E3 announcements and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you brought up another point too about how
Mm.
watching TV shows, it's not the same.
It isn't.
It's just not
It
the
really
same.
isn't.
And I was thinking to myself, like, oh, I think we've talked about this before, but about productivity, like
Mm.
playing gaming. What the
Playing
hell?
gaming.
Playing games and
Yeah.
gaming is like, it feels so productive, like you've done something. It's
Yeah.
instead of just sitting around and watching TV, you didn't do anything, you just watched. But like when you're gaming, it's like you're the one doing it. You're the one,
Hmm.
that's, how do I put it? Like, the pacing of what you're doing, it's all up to you. The completion
Mm.
of what you're doing, fighting these bosses or whatever it is, and beating these bosses, like it's on you. And like,
Yeah.
I don't know, and just it makes me feel productive in that way. Like I did that, I did this, and then when I do videos and we're doing this show right now, it's like, man, we're just like really coming together and being even more productive and like sharing our passions. And I think that's what keeps me going personally, is like the community, and then also being productive and that feeling of like satisfaction. Because like
Yeah.
when I watch TV shows, like the other night, me and Kenny, we were watching Friends on Netflix, and for one or two
Yeah.
episodes, I'm like, okay, cool. Then after a while, I start to regret it. I'm like, man, I could have been doing something else. I could have been playing
Right,
games. I could have been,
dude.
I could have been doing
Same.
anything else. And I just felt guilty. Like I felt bad. Like I wasted my time. So
That's when you go into the other room. You're like, hold on, Kenny, and you grab the 3DS or something, right? You come back
yeah,
with
go
it,
get
and
the
then you're just like,
Switch.
all right, I'm cool.
Yeah, exactly. So gaming, I rarely feel like that. It's got to be like a terrible game and I'm forcing myself, or
Hmm.
that's pretty much it. Every other time, it's like I feel good about it. Like it was time well spent, you
Hmm.
know. But
Yeah.
gaming is so great, so great.
Game is so good. We
Yeah.
talk about it a lot, but it's so great.
Once again, what up to the chat? I'm seeing all the faces here. Thank you guys for joining us. I guess we could get into the next topic.
Hmm.
We said enough, right? Was there anything you wanted to add?
Uh, Not that I can think of.
Yeah, just that gaming's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, it's the reason we know each other. You brought that up too, like just
True.
knowing all these awesome people, making friends, and yeah, it's a good time.
Mhm.
Sure. Okay. Speaking of gaming, this is going to be all about gaming. This backlog. Sometimes we do non-gaming topics, just in case you guys are
Try.
new, you never watched our show before. So if you ever have suggestions for us, you can always let us know. But today is pretty much all gaming. I guess that's what's on our minds today. Nothing
All the
else.
time, basically.
But we were thinking of talking about our go-to gaming snacks as well as drinks. And if you're of the age, maybe some alcoholic drinks. Like what are kind of your go-to drinks and snacks, Char, when you're gaming?
Can I just tell you why this topic came to my mind?
Please.
Okay, so there was there was a picture on Twitter, and I didn't repost it or like it. I don't even think, but I think I scrolled past it, unfortunately. And it was a picture of a shelf in like I don't know, probably like a Walmart or some shit. And it was like on the top, you know how they have like what is on that shelf, so you can like easily find what you want.
Mhm.
So the top of this shelf said video game accessories, and it was just a full shelf of just like Mountain Dew and Dorito chips, and I
Oh
was like,
God.
"Oh God, here we go again."
Was this an Xbox store by any chance?
I don't know what it was, but it was funny, and I, I scrolled past it, and I was like shaking my head a little bit because I don't know why everybody thinks that we fucking just drink Mountain Dew and fucking eat Doritos, but we don't. Spoilers.
Oh
Um,
man.
Anyways, so getting into the actual topic, my go-tos, I really like Lay's salt and vinegar chips. Like that, those are my top chip pick,
Okay.
basically. Um, Drinks, pretty much any kind of soda is pretty damn good. I'm not the hugest fan of like if I had to pick something I don't like is Mountain Dew and like Dr. Pepper. I'm not a
Okay.
huge fan of Dr. Pepper. And then alcoholic drinks. I have a funny story about the alcoholic drink. Okay.
Okay, what is it?
So when I was playing Kingdoms of Amalur on the PS3, I put a lot of fucking hours in that game, so I was playing it a lot. Um, I listened to oh god, I forget who I was listening to. I was listening to the Comedy Button a lot. I
Mhm.
think while I was gaming because it was just kind of like mindless, like go around doing side quests or whatever. And I was listening to them, and then they like brought up like this drink that is like the simplest drink ever to make, but it now I can't drink it. Like I associate it with Kingdoms of Amalur now. Like I,
Okay, yeah, I
I
see what
have
you're
this
saying.
weird association with it. So what it is, it's basically just like orange soda and rum,
That
and
does not sound good. Is it
no,
good?
it's good. Yeah, because or spiced rum specifically because
Okay.
it tastes like an orange popsicle, like an orange creamsicle.
Okay.
And so I had that a lot while I was listening to the Comedy Button and playing Kingdoms of Amalur. Like I would sit down and like make one and then like like have it while I'm playing. So now I have this weird drink association with like Kingdoms of Amalur that I need to have this creamsicle fucking drink. It's weird,
So
but
you got to drink it every time you play now, or you kind of crave
almost.
it
I
almost?
crave it every time I play the game now, or every time I think about the game. I'm like, man, I wish I had some like creamsicle fucking drink right now. God damn it. Yeah.
That's funny. It turned you to an alcoholic.
A little bit. It was pretty great.
Wow, that's awesome. Was it like a okay? Because you probably got a buzz drinking it, right? Was it like a chill buzz, or did it give you like get you more
I
focused, or it was
I
just,
didn't I mean
or you didn't
I
drink enough, maybe?
didn't no, I didn't drink enough because it was just enough
Okay.
to like give it that like vanilla taste to it, right? To like
Yeah.
flavor the pop if that's even a thing.
The pop. In case you guys didn't know, you forgot. Char is Canadian, so you know it's pop.
I said soda and then I'm like, no, it's fucking pop.
Go have a pop.
Have a pop. But yeah, so I didn't put like an insane amount of rum into it. So yeah, not enough to get drunk. But if you had a buzz, man, fucking Kingdoms of Amalur is the chillest game to have a buzz for, because like
Nice, nice.
shit.
I kind of have association a little bit with Persona 5.
Mm.
I would just have one beer. Like I would just kick back on my bed, put my feet up, have a beer, and just play Persona 5. And it was so awesome. I was
Mm.
so chilled out. Because, Persona 5 is not a crazy hard game or anything. You get to read a lot and just kind of hang out, relax. And so I did that not all the time because I played Persona so much. I would have been a crazy alkie at that point. But like, no, maybe once every 5 times I played, I would just have like one beer and just chill. It was good times.
Have
Modelo, to be
beer and
exact.
chill.
Anybody who knows Modelo, that's one of my favorite beers. So I would just
Okay.
have one of those, maybe two. If I'm feeling it, maybe two,
Oh
and just
damn.
kind of just kind of
I'm going in.
chillax. Yeah, that was good times. I just felt so like at peace, with my games, and it's late at night. It'd be like midnight or whatever. It was
Nice.
awesome.
I feel like
Another.
I'm missing out slightly that I don't like beer, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah.
Oh, right. Well, it has a lot of calories, so
Ah, okay.
it's kind
Well,
of healthy not to drink it. But
winning.
no, I didn't like beer for a long time either. I think most people seem to be like that. Like it's real gross at first, but then once you kind of find the one that's like, okay, this is tolerable, then you start to graduate to other beers. I think that's what happened to me, anyways.
I see.
Yeah. I remember when I was younger, like maybe 22 or something, I had a Corona and I thought it was the most disgusting thing ever. It was just, yeah, I tried everything with the lime, the salt, all that. It's like,
Mm.
nope, not doing it. And then maybe 5, 6 years later, I was, actually tolerating beer. So it takes time, I think.
Yeah.
But as far as anything else, the reason I was thinking about this whole topic with like alcohol and stuff, I was thinking about games and like certain types of alcohol that goes with certain types of games, if that makes any sense. Like I
Mm.
remember when we played Gears of War, sometimes we'd have Gears and Beers nights. So we'd have beers, we would play and just have like a good time. And then recently I beat the Messenger while having a margarita. So I started thinking,
Ooh.
yeah, I started thinking like, okay, do I like are beers for specific games and is margarita for these kinds of games? Like, because I was
Hmm.
super focused and I was like pumped. I was awake. I wasn't tired
Hold
or
on.
anything because I was playing the Messenger. Dude, the Messenger is like,
That alcohol making you so focused in video games thing is like such a thing, though. It's funny.
yeah. I
It makes you
realized
focus
that.
so much more. It's like the weirdest thing. It's like it shouldn't do that.
You know what it
Like,
is? I think it's because your inhibitions or whatever, your reflexes are going down. So
yeah,
you have to
you have
work
to concentrate.
harder. Yeah, you have to concentrate. It's like doing
Oh, that makes
anything
sense.
else. Like if you're
Yeah,
trying to play pool or you're trying to,
gotcha.
because I played pool while drinking, I get super focused because I know I
Yeah.
have to, or else I'm just
Ah,
gonna like play like
makes
trash.
sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. And speaking of that, there was a time I had some beers with Dark Souls 3, and that was not a good
Oh,
choice. I was
oh.
I was so trash,
Why did you
but
do that?
I don't know. But see, I think it really does depend on the game. Like if it's a super hard game,
Hmm.
maybe you got to switch it up or just not do it. It's interesting. I don't know. Do you have any experiences with that? Like just choosing based on like the game?
Based on the game, can't say that I've done that, but if we were doing like game drink association games, then like Red Dead Redemption would probably be moonshine.
Whoa. Okay, like if you're getting in the spirit, like the Red
Like,
Dead spirit.
I mean, yeah, if we're just like associating a game with a drink, that's the one that comes to mind.
I'm seeing, you
And not that I'd ever have moonshine, and I've never played Red Dead Redemption, but like, I could see someone being like, you know what, I need some good moonshine with this game.
get your
Um,
cowboy boots on and your hat and
yeah.
throw back some moonshine.
Yes.
Nice.
I can't think of anything else. Like maybe like wine and Dragon Age or something like that.
That's a good choice. I think I actually did that.
Did you do
I
that?
think I might have did that back when I was playing Inquisition. Yeah.
Oh, oh, The Witcher would be good for wine too. Actually.
Yeah. You played The Witcher? I don't remember.
No, I have never played The Witcher. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
thinking like
I thought
what I
you did.
know about the Witcher series and Witcher 3, and I'm like, wine would go well with The Witcher.
Maybe, yeah, maybe because it's like open world, you're kind of doing like side quests, you're talking to all the NPCs, just kind of hanging out,
Yep.
chilling.
Yep.
Wine would, yeah, that makes sense.
The fancy drink.
I was gonna say another genre for wine. that
Mm.
I've experienced is like Until Dawn and Detroit,
Huh.
like games like that. Like I've actually played with
Oh.
friends because you know you're hanging out, you're playing with friends. Like one time I streamed Until Dawn with my good friend Sarah. Shout out to her. We sat there making these decisions and taking turns, and we were just drinking some wine. It was cool. Like I feel like now I
Yeah.
associate it with those kinds of games.
No, yeah, that sounds pretty chill, man.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think of like other. Hmm. I can't think of anything for JRPGs or RPGs at all. Like I don't know why, but like maybe some
So
kind of like mixed cocktail drinks or something. I don't know.
yeah, yeah. But I don't even think I mentioned about snacks. I'm actually, to be
Oh yeah.
honest, I'm not really a snacker. I don't
What?
eat, yeah, I don't really eat a lot of chips. If I eat chips, it's like it's with a sandwich. I don't really just sit there
What?
and eat chips. Yeah, I try to like hold back, but it's not really in me to like just do that. Like I don't really snack.
What about like you going like a candy? Like you're going to the movies, you grab a candy. What about like
Yeah,
eating?
sometimes. Okay, well, one candy is the trolley gummy worms, the sour ones. Those are my favorites.
Ooh.
I will eat
Mm.
those sometimes when I'm gaming. It's rare, but I will do it. Like that's probably the only candy I'll do that with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Another thing too is like I'm a germaphobe. I don't like to touch my controller and then touch food. So I'm not like
Oh,
super, yeah, I'm not really into snacks and all that. Like
I
finger
got you.
foods.
Don't ever come over to my house then.
It's a blessing. I mean, it's like it's a good thing, I guess. You know, I'm not there just
Yeah, you're
like
just hella
snacking
clean
away.
with your
Yeah.
keywords and stuff. That's awesome. Mine are
Yeah.
just grody as hell. Don't come over.
I'm yeah, I'm pretty boring. I'll just drink water and
Yeah,
maybe the gummy worms, maybe.
maybe.
That's about it. Yeah. But other than that, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else you can think of, or I don't know. That's
Maybe like M&Ms.
okay.
M&Ms pretty good. You just grab those, grab a handful of those, and then you just keep on gaming, man. It's a good
I,
time.
I just imagine you gaming and you're just like throwing back a bunch of
Big
M and M's
ass
in your
bag.
mouth. You got your cheeks are all puffed out.
Yeah.
You're wiping it on your clothes and on your controller. Oh, nasty.
I have done that.
You need that Xbox controller coming out. It's the grease, like
What?
anti-grease or something like that.
Anti-grease one. What? I
Yeah,
haven't
you
heard
haven't heard of
this.
that?
No.
It's like new news, I think, within the last
Are you
month or
sure?
so. Mm-hmm.
Oh man, you gotta send me that after. I gotta see this.
You need that.
Oh, I need that so bad. I
I
don't even
forget.
like Xbox controllers. I need that.
Shoot, I forget exactly what it's called, but it is supposed to like it's not supposed to have any grease on it when you use it if you're
That's
eating and stuff
awesome.
like that.
It just means you know what that just means is just hella easy to clean though, which I'm
Yeah.
totally down for because like cleaning PS4 controllers is a fucking nightmare.
Oh, I could just imagine. I wouldn't know though, because you know I don't eat. I don't eat anything when I'm
My
gaming. I'm
PS2
super
and
clean.
PS3 controllers are so disgusting. Like I need to like take them
Oh,
apart
geez,
almost.
Char.
They,
Gross.
they're not that bad, but they're just old. Like the older they get, the more you use them. You know, just any even if you clean your hands, like the natural grease on your hands,
Right,
right?
right.
So like yeah, no,
Yeah, I
gotta
don't know what
get
you're
them
talking
out.
about.
Oh,
I'm
I look
clean all
into
the
that.
time.
Oh freaking
I don't know
hell!
what
All
you're
right,
talking about.
next topic. Next topic.
Well, actually, we could use another topic because we already had our top five. So
True
what
that.
should we do? Maybe go to the chat for a second. Maybe if you
What
see
about
anything. I don't know.
the video that we got on Twitter? Who was that?
Oh, the
I watched that. Who was that? Chris.
Death Stranding. We could
I
watch
haven't
it.
seen that trailer actually. If you don't know what we're talking about the TGS 2018
I could share my screen and
Death
we could
Stranding.
all
We can do
watch
that.
it.
Yeah, I already watched it, but yeah, you guys can watch it.
Someone was saying, well, the guy who asked us, Chris, shout out to Chris. He says it's his most anticipated game because how different it seems, but I know you like Bloodborne, and this has the style of boss in it. So I'm like,
Yeah, you didn't
okay.
watch the video, did you?
I skimmed it real quick and I did see the
Oh
boss, but
man,
I didn't watch it like second by second. So
I
whatever I'm
I
gonna
think what bugs me about this is that we still don't really know what the gameplay looks like.
yeah, well, I don't think we will ever know, even when we play the game.
True.
To be honest, this is going to be one of those games. You play it, you see the credits, and you're like, "What the hell did I just do?
Mm,
What was this game?" But it's going to be awesome. Possibly, you're going to be like, "That was awesome," even though I have no idea what the hell just happened.
yeah, I
I
mean
feel
we've
like that's
seen.
what it's going to
I
be.
feel like I misspoke when we haven't seen gameplay. We've seen gameplay, but I feel like we haven't seen all of the gameplay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, let me
Well,
open up
obviously
this.
we haven't seen all the gameplay, but
Let me open up this video. It's got over 1 million views
of
already.
course it does. Of course.
Oh,
It does.
this was published on my birthday. Crazy.
Oh shit.
That's why I didn't see it, you guys. That's why I didn't see it.
Oh, whatever.
All right, let me share my screen and we could all kind of watch it together.
Yep.
Actually, I think I need to play the volume through my speakers.
Oh, please do.
So
Fucking
Char.
good, dude.
So yeah, just if you can. I mean, if you want to talk, you can talk, but they'll hear you through the speakers,
No,
so
I'm
it
gonna
might
shut up
sound
and
kind of
listen to Troy
crazy.
Baker because
All right,
that
let me share the screen real quick. Yeah, let's do this. Okay.
Hell yeah. Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah. All right, let's play it.
I had a special surprise.
Frames are kind of dropping. Apologize, guys.
It looks to me like your hands are full. Louis, you can
I like the
always
mask.
tweak the rules a bit.
Okay. That looks pretty cool. I did see this.
Woo! He looks hungry. All you gotta do to make it out alive is not get eaten. Sound like fun? Of course it does.
I could see this as a Bloodborne boss.
So good.
Damn. I bet you if you're wearing headphones, that's just rumbling.
Oh,
That probably
it
sounds so
rumbles
good.
so much.
Let me plug this back in. All right, let me stop sharing. Okay.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah, that was cool. If that really is a boss and you get to fight it and stuff, but if you have to like
I don't think you're gonna fight it, man.
that's the thing. It's like, are you just gonna have to hide and like run away? I'd rather fight that thing. I want to fight it. But it doesn't look like you have like weapons really.
No.
I don't know.
It definitely keeps like a game of keep away for like the entire game.
So, okay, that guy talking, that was Troy Baker.
That was Troy Baker. Oh,
Yeah,
this
he
was
sounded
so
familiar. I was like, this guy
good.
sounds super familiar. Well, duh.
Oh man, I love the end. The end part is like sounds like fun. Oh yes, fuck. So cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I want to see more. We all need to see more because for all we know, like I said, you can just be hiding from that. Maybe he disappears. Maybe it's a vision. Like who knows what the hell's going on there? Yeah. I know the frames were crazy bad. Sorry about that, chat. I think it's just my internet or whatever. So my bad. But
Google Hangouts. Anyways.
yeah, Hangouts.
I don't think I'm gonna like pick it up, but I'll definitely watch some people play it. Just
You can watch me play it.
Like, I'll watch you play it. Hell yeah.
I'll probably play it. It's gonna be a trip. That's all I know. I just I can tell already. It's like I'm not gonna know what the hell's happening.
Yeah. It's gonna be awesome though. I think that like sense of like not knowing what's gonna happen isn't like kind of is missing from games.
Mhm.
Like there's a lot of things that like you can sit there and you can like predict and then at least one of your predictions is gonna be right. I think Hideo is like fucking like y'all don't even know what's gonna happen, bitches. Like he just knows how to like catch us off guard.
Yeah, I feel like he's that guy that will like show us these trailers and it's not even in the game. Like
Not even in the game.
Just completely different game.
Oh my god, that'd be so fucking funny.
I could imagine that.
That'd be so funny. I'd love that so much.
But yeah, just overall thoughts. It was cool. I didn't see it before, so thanks to Chris for recommending that we, check it out. I know Char's pumped. You're excited.
When you got a design of something that fucking cool, I'm gonna pay attention. You know what I mean?
You think this is coming next year? It should, right?
Next year, probably. They've probably done all the mocap already.
Yeah.
Just gotta render it.
I don't know if you saw that tweet. I retweeted it. That Last of Us is confirmed next year. Like it's no delay. Well, it could be a delay or two, maybe a month or something. But as far as release year, yeah, next year.
Next year, probably, yeah, definitely.
Especially if PS5s are on the corner, I could see these games just coming out. That's the
I feel
rumor.
like PS5 is like 2 or 3 years out still.
Really? Nah, that's too
Yeah.
far. Too far. Because you
Yeah.
think about it, it came out in 2013. It's already been 5, it'll be 6 years next year.
Ah, shit, you're right.
Yeah.
Every 5 years now, right?
Mm-hmm. I
Damn
think
it.
it's around the corner. And then they just said, no PSX this year. So that could be another hint, like, hey, we got
Shit.
something big brewing and we're going to announce everything
That's
then.
right, they did say that.
Yeah. It's the end of the cycle. These games are going to come out and there's nothing left. They're working on the next thing. So, yeah. Crazy. Yeah. Chat,
Yeah.
what's up? I see you. I'm going to answer your questions and comments at the end, like I was saying. I guess we could get into the top 5.
Yep.
Which is
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be a good one, I think.
Is
We've
it?
had this
I don't know.
we've had this saved since last month. I always save topics and things. I'm like, remember this for September, remember this for whatever month.
And then
And
she
this-
goes and forgets.
Well, yeah, sometimes I do, but this time I didn't. And this was, I think, a recommendation by somebody on Twitter, and I wish I knew who it was. If you're in the chat or you read the, or not read it, if I could read the comments later, you just comment that it was you, so I can give you props. But the top 5 for this month is top 5 gaming innovations.
Indeed.
So yeah, we can go back and forth if you want.
back
If you want to
and forth?
start it, yeah, you can start it.
I can start it. I don't know. So innovations, I was thinking of more like, when I think innovations, I think like game changing stuff.
Mhm.
So like some of mine are like game changing, but like not really. Anyways, so the first one I thought of immediately was motion controls.
Damn it, Shar. Why? Why?
What do you mean why? Because it's an innovation.
But is it one that you love with all your heart?
No, of course it's not. But I'm just
Aw, your list is trash.
no, but it's.
I'm kidding. Okay, well, why? What did it come
say
to
we
mind
had to
first?
like them. We didn't say that we had to like the innovations.
like
It
the
just
ones
says
I
top 5, man.
All right. So why
God
did it come to your mind first?
Why did it come to me? Because PlayStation failed at it so bad.
Facts.
Facts. They tried to do what the Wii did, and they fucking failed. But you better believe that we fucking had one of those in our household, and it was fucking funny. Anyways, but yeah, no, there was a lot of games that used the Wii was a pretty big console. There was a lot of things, and motion controls made you feel like a badass. So I mean, and it was the precursor to like what we have for VR right now, kind of. So
Mhm.
I think it's even though it hasn't really like stuck around so much, kind of, it's still like notable, I think.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you think about the Wii, it started the whole,
Mm-hmm.
it was inspiring others to do it because Xbox came out with the Kinect. You have the PS4 controller, you can move it, what is that called again? The light or whatever, you can do stuff with that.
Yeah.
Of course, the Move controllers that failed. But yeah, it started this whole thing. We actually talked about this on PSP. We put on our tinfoil hats and we were thinking, what if Nintendo did this on purpose to create the fall of Xbox?
Ooh.
Because you think about it, the Kinect really hurt Xbox. They included it with the Xbox One, said it was mandatory, blah, blah, blah. Turned out that wasn't true. People started not trusting them. They didn't want to buy it. It's too expensive. And we all tripped out. We're like, dude, we just discovered the biggest. Well, yeah, that's what we were saying. We're like, is Nintendo really that genius? It's just for fun, we're not like super serious, but it is kind of funny to think about. It's like, damn, it's a trip because look what happened to Xbox,
It did. Mm-hmm. Look what happened to Xbox.
Shout out to Nintendo, man. Evil corporation.
Evil. They're all nice and family friendly on the outside, fucking savage on the inside.
Yep. But yeah, so motion controls.
Motion controls, man.
That's your first one. Damn. Okay.
I don't know. These aren't in any particular order. Can I just say that? Like mine aren't in any particular like ranking or anything, but yeah.
Same with me. I didn't think of it like this is the most important or anything like that. Mine are completely things that I appreciate, and they just kind of came to mind. Like, yeah, this is great. Like, I'm glad that we have these things. So one of mine is checkpoints.
Checkpoints.
Ooh, the beauty
Ooh,
of okay. It's actually checkpoints and saves. Like just you could save your game, save files.
How the fuck did I fucking miss that kind of shit?
It's a good one, right? It's a good one. I thought of that because in the past, back in the day when I was playing NES, Super Nintendo, if you died, you died. You had to start all the way over.
3 lives and that's it, man.
Yep. Contra, games like that. You got your 3 lives or whatever, and that's it. You're done. So yeah. I mean, that people can make the argument like, oh, it's made games easier, blah blah blah. I don't think that's necessarily true because there's still a lot of games that are like really difficult, and it would be insanely difficult if some of these didn't have checkpoints. Like just coming to mind is like Ori, The Messenger, even Guacamelee. Like these platforming games, man, they're rough sometimes, and to not have saves or checkpoints, these games would probably be super short. They would be a lot shorter in length. And so, yeah, checkpoints have really been able to expand just games length for one and our sanity for two. There's a lot of games I was growing up on I never beat because they were just so difficult and you would just start over all the time. So I appreciate me some checkpoints.
Can I be devil's advocate for this? Sometimes the autosaves in games can be dicks.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean? In what way?
Like, how do I explain this? Like, if you have only been using the autosave function and you want to go back to a place that you can, like, branch off the story, for example, or something like that, or you miss something in a place you can't go back to, and you're only relying on autosaves, well, then you're fucked, my dude.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So if you can't do a manual save and you're just stuck with autosaves, I see what you're saying. Because you might miss something and you're like, shoot, I can't go back.
I can't think of like any specifics, but like I remember there's been a couple times actually where like I wanted to go back to something, but I was autosaved in a place that I couldn't go back to. I feel like it was God of War, maybe one of the early God of Wars. Like it autosaved me, and I was like, oh, but I want to go back, but like like a pillar falls down and like cuts the path, and you're like, you can't go back or anything. You're like,
yeah. I don't know if I have any experiences I can think of. I know sometimes I'll fight a boss that I really like, or I'm about to go into something I know is going to be really cool, so I'll do a manual save if I can. It's like, okay, I'll just save it here just in case. But I usually just write over the last save. Like I don't have a bunch of saves or anything. The only time, because it's so mandatory, was Persona 5. Like I had like 10 save files or something like that. Yeah, because if you mess up, you take too long on something, you need more days, it's like you're screwed if you don't have that.
Shoutouts to technology for giving us more save files because, PS1 and 2 save files, you can only have like X amount.
Remember memory cards and all that?
Oh, man, memory cards are so small.
Good times. That was innovative too, if you think about it. Yeah, especially like on the N64.
Hell yeah.
I really, yeah.
Don't save over my save file, bitch!
All right, what's your next one?
My next one is VR.
Ooh, VR. Okay.
I feel like it hasn't it hasn't grabbed me in any way. Like I kind of just still don't care about it. But it's really captured a lot of people, and like with the full body VR and like VR chat and like and like Beat Saber and that kind of stuff. I feel it might not look like an innovation now, but if they keep working on it and people keep innovating for it, like it will probably become pretty big, or it could die out still, like motion controls, but we'll have to see in the next couple of years what happens with that. But I don't know. I think it's a pretty big step just to have like it's basically what we've always wanted as like kids, kind of. It's not like there quite yet, but like it's getting closer to like I want to be in that world, like that kind of feeling.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think we got to credit Sony for making their version of it and at an affordable price. It's like they kind of set a foundation to make it better and better as it goes, and it's tolerable. Like the frame rates are good as far as I know on most of the games. And yeah, they might not look like the AAA big budget game as far as graphics, but like in the future, they could definitely get there. I could just imagine that. Yeah. I mean, it makes me sick. I probably will never do it, but I could imagine, it kind of improving as it goes.
Guys, I just thought of them. Oh, can we get
You thought of another one?
Spider-Man in VR? Would that
Oh my god.
Would
like
that
what?
kill you?
First person view or like you're watching him?
Of course it's VR. What are you talking
Oh
about? Of
god.
course.
The web slinging or swinging alone
Hell
would kill me. I would die.
Oh, that would be scary, but it would be so much fun.
I'm feeling hot just thinking about it. I'm starting to sweat.
Oh, that'd be fun though. Everybody's on Spider-Man, and I'm just like, whoa, what if we got a fucking VR version of Spider-Man, bitches?
Would that make you play it? Because I know you didn't want to play.
Maybe. It depends what the rest of the gameplay is. Because if it's just a web slinging around the city, I mean, but like, yeah.
I don't know if that would even be possible, like fighting and stuff like that.
Cool.
Like,
I
think you want people to die, Shar.
No, it'd be awesome.
We would die. That's crazy.
No, because you're Spider-Man. You can't fucking fall and die like that. No, that wouldn't be in the game.
But you're doing you can do like tricks in the Spider-Man game that I just played. You can do flips and like do all running off the walls, the building, and
obviously you'd have to figure out the actual like details of it. But I'm just thinking like big picture. You have your fucking web slingers on either hand, and you fucking go around.
Okay, yeah, just the whole idea of it. It's like you're really a superhero. That'd be cool.
Sick.
Yeah, you would be sick, literally. We'd be sick.
No,
I'd be sick. Yeah, but yeah, that'd be crazy. Okay, another one I have is online gaming. Yes, we have to talk about
all the good ones.
Online because you do have it too?
I have it. No, I have a shitty list. Your list is better than mine.
Well, I have a couple that are but these two, I wanted to start strong. I want to start real strong. Yeah, online gaming. I mean, I could disagree with this because like, it's just. I mean, to be honest, I don't do a lot of multiplayer gaming these days, but I'm still happy that we have it. I'll jump on Gears. I love playing Gears. I love playing with other people, and that's how you meet people too. I mean, just online gaming in general has just totally changed the industry. I mean, there's games that are only online. You have games like Fortnite and all these big games that people are playing, and it's completely just changed the industry. And I think it's a huge part of why this industry is just growing so much and how much money it's made. I think it's like the top thing, right? I mean, it's over movies and everything else right now. Gaming is like it's big. It's bigger than ever. So online gaming is definitely part of the reason we are where we are, and like knowing who we are, knowing each other, and like making friends online, being able to not just talk like me and you right now, but to play a game together and talk at the same time and have little frames dropping and things like that. It's getting better and better, and our internet's getting better. It's just it was a huge game changer. Literally a game changer. True. So yeah, online gaming, big time. And Xbox Live, I think, has a lot to do with it too. Like just perfecting certain things, and then having Sony and I don't want to say Nintendo because they don't know how to copy good things yet. But Sony, copying things such as Party Chat and the trophies. Well, that's achievements. But just online stuff that we use to further communication with each other, I think is pretty awesome.
To further engage with each other.
Yeah. And shout out to Nintendo for being so damn slow with stuff like this. But you can still play online. You can still play online on the Switch and Wii U and all of that. But they're slow on the communication part just a tad. Hopefully they come around. But what do you think? You have another one, or you have anything to add to the online gaming?
Online gaming? I mean, as much as I still like single player experiences because I grew up with that, like definitely like MMOs. Even if I do play MMOs alone, it's nice to know that there are other people in the world that I'm currently in. If I wanted to interact, like just having that like knowledge of like there's somebody else playing this game is like enough for me to be like, all right, that's cool. Even if I don't use it all the time. But
yeah. What was like the first online game you played? Do you remember?
Ooh, First online game?
Yeah, like playing with other people.
Neopets.
Really?
Does that count?
Neopets?
Does that count?
I guess I never played it. I don't know. Maybe chat
Because
can
like,
chime
hold
in.
on. Well, the first I don't remember if I had an account or not, but my brother had a RuneScape account, like the first rune, like old school RuneScape, and he
Mhm.
played that a lot. And I remember we both had Neopets, but I don't remember if I mean you'd see other people's like names in Neopets, but it wasn't like direct. It wasn't as direct as we think it all is right now. Like it's not like that. But I want to say I did play RuneScape for a bit. I don't know if it was on his account, so maybe it was RuneScape. I want to say.
Okay. I started kind of late. Because I had the like last generation, I had the Wii, and then I got the I can't talk, the 360 later, and that's when I kind of started my whole playing online. Like Gears of War was one of the first. There's a couple others like I was playing like some racing game. I forget what it was. Like my memory of it's like hazy. I just remember Gears was like the huge one. I was like, damn, and people were chatting like in the game chat. I put on my little headset and I would just start talking to them and like, oh, it's a girl, and they start talking crap to me, and it was fun. Like I thought it was fun. I never got bent out of shape over it or anything. Like I liked talking crap to them back, and it was just like it was a good time. Like I remember that. I always remember that playing Gears. And then from there it was like Call of Duty and stuff like that. But I was kind of late. I'm sure to most people I was late. And people on PC especially, they've been doing this for a long time.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure I was really late too because like we had a PS2, but we didn't have all the cables to like hook it up like online, and we didn't have like any online games really.
Yeah.
So we just kind of like played single player games until like the PS3 came out, and then it was like almost not like mandatory, but it was like basically built in with the Wi-Fi.
So yeah, I definitely went through a phase where it was just online gaming. Like I was just playing Gears and Call of Duty all the time. Even on the Wii, I was playing Madden. Believe it or not, I was playing Madden on the Wii. I was playing Mario Kart. Just it's all online stuff. And I just went through that phase for a good, I don't know, 5 years maybe, where it's just constant shooters and constant online games. So yeah, maybe I burnt myself out or something because now I'm just all about the single player. Like I love playing single player games now, but for a while it was like all about online gaming. It was good times. That's some of my favorite memories with gaming, for sure. Okay, your next one.
My next one is I don't know if I really like this one, but I put it on here anyways. Just like 3D graphics, specifically lighting engines, because
that's a good one. I almost put that.
Fucking lighting is, pun intended, lit, man. Holy shit. Like the what was it? Like Square Enix since like forever has been putting out those like demos of like like what's it called? Like CG demos of like what their engines can do and like new stuff that they've like developed and stuff like that. And it's just like every time they come out with something that is like fucking like, oh, it's so nice. I love it. So yeah, no, obviously graphics and technology advancement has just like led to graphics getting better and people writing better programs for stuff. But like the way that people implement them and still are like figuring out like this is how I want this to look and like this is how this is gonna look at this time of day. Like time of day in gaming. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Like holy shit. It's gotten nuts and I love it. I really like graphics, guys. I just really like graphics and stuff.
Well, everyone does. I mean, in some way. I know a lot of people say graphics aren't important and it's about the gameplay. It's like, yeah, that's true. The gameplay, I mean, is probably more important than graphics, but that doesn't mean they're not important, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely a good-looking game can get you hyped and want to play it. That's what it's all about. I mean, every time a new console comes out, it's about the graphics. It's like, how are these games going to look? How big is the jump going to be? You know, like you brought up 3D gaming. The graphics from going from 2D to 3D, like seeing Mario in 3D, for example, that just had my jaws to the floor. I was just like, wow, like this is the future. Like it just hits you, especially with that kind of jump. Nowadays, everything's so beautiful. It's like we don't really have jumps like that to where we're just completely floored, but it's still possible. I still see some games these days and I'm just like amazed, like, wow, this is possible. Like it's insane. I'm easily impressed. Like I don't think I'm ever going to be desensitized to good graphics.
Same.
I don't think that's ever going to happen. I know some people will say like, it looks the same as this and blah, blah, blah.
Like, yeah, it does. It's working on the same engine, duh.
But no, I mean, just in general, like graphics, they're just beautiful at times.
I feel like we appreciate it more because like even me, like I remember like PS1 stuff, and PS1 was like great. I fucking love PS1. I fucking love PS1. I fucking love PS2. Like, and then we get to this kind of like thing, and I'm still like over here just being like, what the? This looks fucking amazing. What the fuck, man?
Like God of War, for example. That's one this year. Lord. I was just
don't
like,
even talk to me about that shit.
I was just blown away, and just not just the graphics, but the physics, how smooth it is, how it looks like it's like a superhero fight. You're just like, how is this possible? Like, it's so crazy. I still get impressed by these games.
Yep, it makes you somehow. I feel like it makes you appreciate the older stuff even more. Like with the limitations that they have and like what they were able to achieve with those limitations, and you're just like, what the actual hell?
It's like, how'd they do that? Like the 16-bit days and like the 8-bit days, and
beautiful, still beautiful to this day. I love that shit.
You see that little character do something like, I don't know, like wipe their face or their hair or something like that. Like, how'd they do that? They only had like a couple.
Right, and it's like 4 frames of them wiping their face.
It's like pixels. You're like, oh, how do they move the pixels like that? Like that's crazy. This was like in the 80s.
Oh, I love
wild.
It.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's true.
It's great.
And the music too. Oh, don't get me started. Like Super Nintendo days, that music.
Oh, man. Here she goes. Now you got.
Oh God, that music was great.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Okay. Another one. You know this one. I mentioned it earlier. Voice acting. Voice acting. Now let me say, I don't mind reading. Okay, there's some games where I feel like it fits and it's appropriate for the game. Like even with Zelda, some people are like, how come they don't do enough voice acting? And then when they do it, it's trash. Like in Breath of the Wild. Now you know why they didn't do it. Yeah. Like games like that, I don't mind reading. But then there's other games where they're real cinematic and the voice acting is so good. You have actors like Troy Baker, like we just talked about, where they're so good at what they do and they bring emotion to the character. Instead of just reading it, you're like hearing the voice, like if they're crying or they're out of breath, like Laura Croft or something like that. You can hear her get, like when she's in pain, you can feel it. So like I think that's a huge thing, because back in the day, that wasn't going on until like maybe like what, PS1, maybe N64, PS1.
I feel like
around there.
I feel like there might have been some games on PS1 that had voice acting, and it was surprising, but I didn't play any of them if they were.
Yeah, like they would make noises. I remember like certain characters would like laugh, like an evil laugh, like ha 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 or something. But like talking dialogue and having conversations between, and then the voice actors just really selling you on their part. That's like a huge, man. It changed gaming a lot to me. Especially
that changed with something else that is actually my next topic, or my next.
What is it? We could tie it in.
Mine is mocap.
Okay, yeah, that's another one too.
Like I remember, not maybe the first time, but the first time I played anything that had like real motion capture in it was like Beyond Two Souls.
Okay.
And it was like they were doing mocap for that game, and the actors were actually acting, and that was like one of the first times I can remember that was like, this is actually impressive. Like, I'm not someone who really likes English voice acting, especially if I'm playing like an original, like a JRPG specifically that already has Japanese voice acting. I prefer that. But like stuff that's made in like North America with like actors from North America, like that stuff, they're getting very good at it. And Beyond Two Souls was the first time that was like, okay, this is actually like really amazing.
Yeah, the detail and just the way they move, how fluid it was. Yeah. Yeah, that goes into. I
Like,
almost
they're
put that on my
straight up
list too.
actors right now, man. They're straight up
Yeah.
actors.
I mean, you
Even
look at the.
Uncharted too. Uncharted had some good
Mhm.
shit.
I was gonna say Naughty Dog, you know, with
That's
like
yeah,
The Last
yeah.
of Us. They're putting up pictures of just like the actors with
Mhm.
those suits with all little balls on them. And they're
Yeah.
just like acting things and it makes you excited, like, damn,
Yeah.
they're doing it, you know, that's gonna
Yeah.
look awesome. And you have faith it's gonna look awesome.
It's like a movie production almost. It's really
Yeah.
exciting.
Big time. But yeah, voice acting, motion capture,
hmm
how real they like, man, Detroit. I don't know if you're ever gonna play that game,
I'm
but
thinking about it.
the voices are great, but like the details in their face, it's like they look so good. The characters just look wow. Like you just look at it, especially if you have a good TV and you're just like staring at it, it's like, damn, these people look real. It's insane.
Yep.
Shout out to Phil for the donation about Red Dead. I'm not going to repeat that. We'll talk about that later, maybe. But Red Dead, that's going to be another one that's super detailed. You already know. I mean, I know you didn't play the first one, but I'm sure you've seen it.
I saw the what was it? The gameplay trailer that they showed, was it E3? When did they show that first one? Not E3.
I don't remember when they first. You mean Red Dead 2? I don't know when they first showed it. I don't
I
remember.
don't remember.
Yeah, but you saw that.
But yeah, I saw that, yeah.
That game's going to look gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous.
Of course it's gonna look gorgeous.
Rockstar, shoot. Yep. So I can't wait for that game. A few more weeks on that one. All right. Another one. These are kind of a little more generic, I guess. Easy ones to list. But
Yeah.
I just put consoles in general, like arcades to consoles, console gaming.
Oh, yeah, okay, sure, yeah.
Bringing it into the home, having it so accessible. And the more we go on and on through time, it's like it just gets even more accessible. The hard drives get bigger. The games are getting bigger. You're able
Shout outs to our kids who actually still fucking run.
Did you ever get to you did, right? You get to go to arcades when you were little?
When I was little,
Yeah.
I remember there was a place like oh man, where was it? Yeah, there were a couple, but I wouldn't call them like an arcade. It was kind of like a mashup.
Or was like in a pizza place or something. They always have them in pizza places.
That kind of stuff.
Here. They still do sometimes.
Yeah, well, they're pretty, dude. Arcades in Japan, let me tell you, going strong.
Oh, I know. I could imagine.
Love
I could
it.
imagine. Yeah, that's awesome.
There's so many good games. There's so many good games you can't get on on console. Like they're only arcade games, and people get like really hyped about them. They're exciting.
Yeah, the arcade life was something though. Like I remember, especially when you're a little kid, you have to have the little booster chair right there. You put the chair next to it, and you have all the little kids. They get to use it, and then when you're tall enough, you move it. All right, it's my turn. You start playing, and man, good times like playing Street Fighter, The Simpsons, Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
That was great. Like we'd always go have like pizza, and then there would just be a big arcade right there, and we would just play. Good times. Yeah, man. Those are the simple times. But yeah, to get those games, the Ninja Turtles, the Simpsons, to get those games onto the console and they're in your house. I mean, when you really think about it in that way, it's like, damn, that was a big innovation. I mean, that's why we're here now. Like, it's just insane. And then even to go further, to put it into your hands in a handheld, to play something like the Switch and have it look like that. See, a lot of people, they hate on the Switch or they hate on Nintendo, the DS or 3DS, whatever. But when you really, really think about it, just how do I even just thinking about it, like, man, it's in your hands. Like you're playing this full game in your hands. You could take it anywhere. Like it's just crazy. Like just the technology that we have, if you really think about it. It's like, how did we get here? How are people so damn smart to get us here? Like, man, I love that so much. Like all these developers and all these people, man, they're so smart. They're so great at what they do and talented. It's like, man, I just admire them.
Yeah.
Giving us this beautiful hobby.
Yep. It's amazing.
When you really, really think about it. Even when we first had the Game Boy, that was like huge.
Stop stealing my next one.
Oh, my bad. Okay, well, let's get into it because I want to talk about, handhelds and stuff.
I was just gonna say, well, okay. Originally, I had my last one as like the gyro mechanic, but gyro mechanics are fucking shit, and I hate them. But they just happen to be in some handhelds I haven't really come across a lot of games that use it, so I'm gonna just say handhelds because handhelds was really like Game Boy. I've said this before, but like Game Boy Advance was like the first gaming thing I think we had in
Yeah.
the house, besides like a computer, but we didn't really use the game. So like yeah, the first thing we had was like a Game Boy Advance, and that shit was the bomb. Love that shit. And I have like four. How many DSs do I own now? I own a DS. I own a DS Lite, a DSi, a 3DS, and a new 3DS XL. So I have four.
Yeah.
I don't have a PSP, but yes. So I
Yeah.
have a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Handhelds. I mean, like I was saying,
Love handhelds.
it's just crazy. Like I remember the Game Boy playing Tetris on there, and then when you got
Yep.
the Link or whatever, you could play 2-player.
Oh my
That was a
god.
big deal. It's
Link
like, wow,
cables, dude. Oh
we
shit.
could play each other at the same time. This is the future right here.
Played Pokemon on them Link cables, dude.
Oh, man. That's the thing, like I always give credit to Nintendo for is they can get anyone playing. I remember my mom just playing Tetris hard. Like she was all into Tetris. And my mom does not play games, So
Yeah.
they've always been kind of known for that, making things so accessible. The accessibility, I think, is just innovative in itself, just having it so ready for anyone. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, the 3DS.
Still going pretty strong too. Like handhelds haven't really slowed down.
Yeah.
And
The hybrids.
There's like games that are only on handhelds that only work on those handhelds. Like the 3DS, like there's off the top of my head, like Ethereum Odyssey. Ethereum Odyssey wouldn't work on pretty much any other thing, maybe other than maybe the Switch. But does the Switch have like a stylus? I don't think it does.
No.
The Wii U has a stylus, but like it may come. But like that kind of thing where you need a stylus to use, like to do stuff in the game, then like man, fucking handhelds all the way, man. They did a lot of good shit with that, like the stylus stuff. It's fun.
Yeah, I was looking at a stat chart of like all the Nintendo systems and how much they sold, and the handhelds they just killed all their home consoles. It's ridiculous.
Well, they're cheap too, comparatively.
Yeah.
Like consoles is like 100. Was it? I don't even know how much a 3DS.
I don't remember. Yeah, but they are cheaper.
They are cheaper.
And their catalogs at times are just huge. Like there's so many games.
Oh
yeah.
my lord, the 3DS catalog is insane, and it has so many genres of like it's got everything basically. It's like insane.
Yeah, and just off the top of my head, I'm thinking of games like they have those pet games, like you can take care of a pet and stuff like that. They have so many different genres and things that reach everybody's interests. Yeah. So that's why I feel like these handhelds, they do even better because it's like there's always something for someone on there. Yeah, so that's a good one. My last one is lame. Kind of want to. Did you name all yours already? You're done, huh?
Yeah, I'm done.
Mine's lame. I kind of want to put something else in there. Someone in the chat said achievements, and I really love that one.
I saw that.
I really want to take that answer because mine was analog sticks. That's super boring, but it is a big thing.
Analog sticks, though. That's a good thing, though.
It is a big thing. Like
it's a huge thing. What are you
the 64? About? It is, but like the achievements are really good too. That's a really good one.
But not everybody likes achievements.
True.
One of my best friends, he's like, I fucking hate achievements. Achievements are the worst thing that happened. Yeah. He's like, they're the worst thing that happened to video games. He hates them.
What? Well, what's his reason?
His reason is that he shouldn't need a reason to do all these things in the game. It should just be, you should just be able to play the game how you want to play it.
I mean, he still can. He doesn't have to like pay attention.
He does.
Or, yeah.
That's his opinion is just like it's dumb to have them for people who like want to get them all. It's kind of silly.
I guess he's thinking like you shouldn't have that as incentive. It should be just to play the game and enjoy it like we used to do. And do things because you want to, not because there's a prize at the end.
I'm with him to a certain extent.
I guess.
Like I don't really play games to like achievement hunt or trophy hunt like all the way through every single game I have. Like I do it if I really like the game, but yeah, no, I don't know. I'm kind of like in the middle on it. I'm like whatever. They're there. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I can't really relate to that. I like achievements. I think it's more like I said incentive, but I don't see that's a bad thing.
No, it's not usually a bad thing.
it gives me purpose and like, okay, well, I get a reward at the end for doing all this crazy grinding or this crazy like fetch quest or something like that, or fetching all these items. It's like, yeah, damn straight, I want a reward. Shoot, if I had this
If
back in the
anything,
day.
yeah. If anything, it tells me what I can do in the game, which is nice.
Yeah. Like you might see the achievements like, oh, find 6 blah blah blah, and you're like, oh, I didn't even know that was in the game. That's cool. I'll look for them, or things like that. Or
Shoutouts to
it'll go
all
ahead.
hidden fucking achievements. Fucking hate that shit.
Oh, when they hide them.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I do. I don't like that.
And
You have to like look it up.
Look them up. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, like sometimes, like for example, I just beat Guacamelee, the first one, and there's an achievement for beating the last boss without taking a hit or having any health lost.
That sounds
and you have to have like this certain costume on that drains. Well, it doesn't drain your health, but it makes your health less. So like you have to beat him like that. I was like, I can do that. So I'm in there working at it, and I did it, and I got the trophy.
Damn.
And it was cool. It was like, it was something I would have never known about, or that challenge of doing it that way. I would have never even thought to do it if not for that trophy. So yeah, they could be cool, I think. But I kind of get where your friend's coming from. But at the same time, it's like, well, you can just turn off your notifications. Don't look at them. Like, just play the game. Don't ruin it for the rest of us. I guess. Yeah. No, but yeah, the analog sticks too. I mean, that's a huge one. I just put it on there because it's like the one that.
That's a game changer.
It's usually in all the lists, like when people list, biggest game changers and things to happen in gaming. The 64, just because it opens up the gameplay. If you think about it, like games where you're flying or games where you're doing whatever, and you need to use those. I feel like, man, it really opened up the possibilities of like different types of games, and there's no limitations on your movement and things like that.
Yeah.
So
I like it.
Good lists. I think we did an excellent job.
Yeah.
But yeah, chat, if you have any other questions for us as we start to wrap things up, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It's our first time going live. I think we did pretty good.
Yeah. I will let the chat do its thing. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick.
Okay. I'll just be here talking to myself like always. This is what I like to do. I can talk. But you guys, thanks again for hanging out, just listening to us ramble. I hope I didn't talk over Shar too much, or vice versa. Sometimes we get going. We like to talk to each other and share ideas. Sometimes we get a little crazy. Thank you, Crypto. Thank you, Nev, for hanging out. I know you were one of the first people waiting for us. Dave, what's good? I saw you. Says, do you ever drink the hard stuff while playing games? Vodka and tequila. Oof, no, not straight like that. If I have tequila, it's in a margarita. I'm a margarita girl. You said vodka's gross?
On its own.
Yeah.
Vodka and tequila on its own. Fuck off. No.
Oh, man. That reminds me of a time. Vodka is dangerous. Yes. That can make you really sick.
It's a good mixer, but like other than that.
I remember, just a quick story. I had a friend a long time ago. We were like fresh 21-year-olds. Hey, let's get some cheap vodka because we were poor, right? Well, if anyone knows Barron's, it was Barron's. Okay, it's very cheap. It's like, I don't know, $6 a bottle or something like that. And we just took shots for like an hour or two. Oof, nope, never again.
Never again, right? Yeah.
I think she got emotional that night. It was like, it was one of those nights. Like, we're crying. Like, I don't remember. I just remember it was a bad idea. Yeah. We've done that. I've been there, done that. I think we did that with whiskey too, with Jack.
A good idea.
We just, hey, let's take some shots. Let's take some shots. Don't do it, you guys. Don't do it. Learn from me. I got some alcohol stories, man. One of these days, maybe when I'm streaming or something, I'll just start sharing some more stories because, man, they go deep.
Have a good amount of them.
They go deep out here. Yeah, well, it's people I hung out with. We were young. Like, let's try this, let's try that, let's go out and drink, and bad influence.
Yep.
But I've been there, done that. That's for sure. Any other questions? I'm looking. Are you looking, Shar? Let's see.
I'm looking.
Said you girls did awesome. Thank you. Games where you're flying. Oh, Nev, you're talking about Kofi. He likes games where you fly.
Oh, really? He should play Air then, if he hasn't.
Maybe he hasn't. I don't know. But it seems like every game he's kind of hyped for, like Just Cause, Anthem, they all have one thing in common. You can fly. So that's kind of the thing people tease him about. It's like, you just like it.
He might not like Air then.
Fly.
Air is kind of like what am I trying to say? It's kind of like a journey kind of a feel game where it's really chill and like pretty. It's very pretty. It's nice. But there's all you do in it is basically you're flying around.
I don't think I ever heard of it. Crazy. Dave asks, what's your favorite puzzle game?
Puzzle game?
Give me an example. What kind of puzzle game are you talking?
I like how you just asked Erica. I'm sitting right here.
I know.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe you thought you were still going to be in the bathroom or something.
I don't know if it's a puzzle game, but I really love the Picross games on 3DS. I'm a fucking whore for Picross. It's fucking great.
Okay, a whore, huh?
Yeah.
We just got demonetized. Thanks, sure.
Sorry.
I'm kidding. Oh, Tetris type? I do like Tetris. That's for sure. I'm gonna get that new Tetris.
New Tetris. Oh, the
What's it called? Tetris.
Oh, what's it called? I know what you're talking about though.
The one that has really awesome music.
Yep.
I'm getting that. I'm day one on that.
Shit, what's it called?
Tetris Effect. Tetris Effect.
There it is.
Yeah, I love that. The trailer got me. I was like, oh, this music. Oh, I'm telling you guys, music is huge for me.
Dude, that music was so cool in that trailer though. Like, goddamn.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first time I've ever looked at Tetris game and been like, yo, Tetris is fucking bomb.
It's lit. Yeah, I actually found a video just by asking on Twitter, does anyone have this song without
Yo, is that OST out there though?
Yeah, like, can I find this song anywhere? Because I was searching and then someone tweeted me the song and they took out the words. Like, you know how there's someone talking at the beginning?
I hate that shit.
But they did it. Like, it sounds smooth. It sounds clean. So I'm like, yeah, I have it saved in my
Tetris Effect is also in VR.
Mm-hmm.
There was a video. There was a video of the best Tetris player in the world playing Tetris Effect.
Yeah. I think I saw that.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
And
he holds records or something.
He got like the first whatever.
That was cool. That was a cool video.
I don't remember what it's called anymore. But
Can't wait. Cool. My expectations for that soundtrack are through the roof. I hope I'm not disappointed because I feel like the music is gonna make that game really fun. Yeah, I'm gonna get that. Tetris is probably the one I'd say. I've been playing that the longest.
Erica, one sentence. So you get. What inspired you to do YouTube? Go.
One sentence?
One sentence.
You go first.
I don't do YouTube, man.
Well, you do Twitch.
Does that count? I don't really now.
One sentence. Damn.
One sentence to, why I do Twitch. Because I like online interaction where I am in control.
Okay, in control of just everything, the conversation, what you're playing.
So much, it doesn't have to be the conversation, but so that I can create a space that I'm more comfortable in. Just talking about like banning trolls if they come into my space.
I get you. Dropping the ban hammer.
Yep. I'll do it if I have to, man.
I could agree with that, but I took it in the way of like I control the experience.
Oh yeah.
I'm controlling the gameplay. I'm controlling
for sure
the humor if we're talking about jokes or I'm laughing. I'm controlling the conversation. I took it that way. That's I'd agree with that.
That can also happen. I'd
agree with that. Why I do YouTube?
What inspired you to do YouTube?
Oh, that's what it is?
Why I do Twitch, but it's what inspired you.
Inspired. I'm thinking like why I do it now. Inspired.
Yeah.
Other YouTubers.
You think I'm gonna do this.
Other YouTubers, yeah, that were streaming and playing. Well, I don't think they were streaming, but they were putting up gameplay of Gears.
I think you made a video about this.
Yeah. And when they were talking over the gameplay and talking about topics and talking about the game and like breaking down the gameplay and things like that and showing the party chat like with it and like people, I just fell in love with that. That I wanted to share my experiences with that. The funny moments, the bad moments, the rage moments, the funny stuff. Like I wanted to show you guys my experience and why I love gaming so much. Like you could just watch my gameplay and like know who I am. I guess like that's what I wanted to like express myself, but in the way of like what kind of gamer I am. If that makes sense. Yeah. You said I'm a casual gamer. Confirmed. You definitely are. Yeah.
Totally.
You're hardcore in the way of like how many hours you put in, how much you do game.
Sometimes.
I think so.
It depends.
Yeah. But you're gonna play it on normal. You're not gonna go like hardcore on it.
No.
Yeah, she's that kind of gamer. There's nothing wrong with that though.
No, we all play games differently.
I saw a couple other questions.
Favorite SNES OST? I haven't played that many SNES games, so I don't really have one. But it's probably a Final Fantasy.
I have. It's hard to pick.
Hold
it's
on,
hard
let
to
me
pick.
look at SNES games. I have a really bad memory for like.
What a fraud.
I didn't play SNES. What can I say?
I got 3 that come to mind, and I always say them all the time. I'm surprised you guys don't know, but Contra 3.
Oh, Contra 3's lit.
Super Metroid, and Castlevania 4. Yeah, those are my favorites.
I didn't even play Contra 3.
Contra 3 is awesome. Like, yeah, Contra 3 reminds me of like Predator, like music like that. It's like dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I can't even do it. I'm trying to think of that last level. You got to just listen to it. You got to listen to it.
Yeah.
There's so many choices though.
I haven't played that many, so I don't have an opinion.
Okay, while you look for a list.
No, I'm fine. I don't have any. Like I really don't.
Oh, let's just end the podcast now. All right, guys. Let's see here. I saw I saw a Zelda question.
I saw a Zelda question too. Where was that? Do you want the next Zelda to follow Breath of the Wild formula, or we want it to return to the old return to the old formula? How old are we talking, man?
You're talking like base? Oh yeah, which one? Like which old formula? Because they've changed. You know, you have the Ocarina of Time formula. You have the Link to the Past formula.
Yeah.
Like which one exactly? Or maybe
That's funny, though, because like Breath of the Wild is technically Ocarina of Time.
In what way?
It's a third-person open world. Like it at its very, very base. Ocarina of Time is third-person open world, and it's very, very base. Breath of the Wild is third-person open world.
But it's not. Well, Ocarina of Time is not like super open world where you can just go anywhere, though.
I mean, yeah, it kind of is.
I mean, it is the world, like all that Hyrule, you know, the field and everything. You can go everywhere in there, and like you have the castle, you have all the other things.
Well,
I get what you're saying, like a connected world.
Like, yeah. It's not as big as what we're used to now, but like
right.
back then, you know, everybody was like, "Holy shit, this is fucking huge."
But the formula, though, because like in Breath of the Wild, you go to like these 4 areas, and it's pretty much the same boss in every area, and they're not well. They are different from each other, but with Ocarina of Time, you have like the different temples. You got like the water temple. You got the.
But there's temples in Breath of the Wild, so I don't know. I haven't played Breath of the Wild. But like.
But it's not the same. They're different. Okay. They're very The ones in Ocarina of Time are like more unique to like the area they're in, like the boss and everything. It like complements that area, all the different enemies, the puzzles, like the sand one, I forget what it's called, but like you have the mirrors and you have to like move the mirrors and like shoot the sun rays through them, like different. And then but that wasn't in the other ones for the most part, so like everything had like different things, and like Breath of the Wild just didn't give that feeling. So I would definitely, to answer the question, I'd go back to the Ocarina of Time. Give me an updated Ocarina of Time with beautiful graphics. Not the same game, but but the same formula.
I got you. Okay.
Not the same game, but the same formula. I want those different bosses. I want.
Yeah, that was definitely fun.
Yes, and I want that. Yeah. I've always said that. That was my huge knock on Breath of the Wild. That was what I didn't like about it. Mm-hmm. The open world's amazing. What you can do in it and all that, awesome. And I won't complain hardcore if they do that again. but I'd rather go back. Yeah. And then even like the 2D or like the Link Between Worlds. I actually like that game more than Breath of the Wild. So I'd rather even have that. Dude, you got it's really good.
I gotta get it. I haven't
You
bought
gotta
it
play
yet
that.
in a while.
Yeah.
I don't play as many handheld games as I have. Like I have a ton of handheld games, but I never get to them. Never pick up my 3DS anymore. So unfortunate.
Yeah.
But,
That's a must play though, in my opinion. Like that's if you have a 3DS, you gotta play Link Between Worlds. Yeah, for sure.
I got a friend that has it here. I might just borrow it from him.
Mm-hmm.
Play it.
Yeah, but every Zelda, like, and then you think about Wind Waker, how different that was.
Mm-hmm.
All that ocean, traveling. It's kind of like God of War. Like you're in the ocean, you go to this area, and you go to that area. You fight enemies in there and all that. Like it's very different too. So there's like it depends which Zelda exactly like you would you're giving us to choose from. But if you just mean in general, like I'd go back in time. Pun intended. Yeah. Crypto's like, but I had to add the but in there.
Yeah.
I think that's all. I don't really see anything else. Unless I'm blind.
Earlier, but everybody's bits.
I see troll Cena in there. He's being a troll though. What's up, Cena?
What's up?
Never change. He's always saying I don't play games. This man. You ever had moonshine?
No.
Phil asked us earlier. I actually have once.
Ooh.
And it wasn't that great. It wasn't very good. Alcohol plus gaming could end up in a huge rage quit. That could happen too, yeah. If you're doing horrible on the game, it's probably time to either just stop playing or just stop drinking. Or both.
Probably both. You should probably go to bed.
That's why I think like it depends on the game, Like I said with Dark Souls 3, it's like, that didn't go very well. I wasn't raging, but I just wasn't playing good. So if I happened to be in a bad mood, hey, that could have ended kind of bad. Like I probably would have rage quit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. But yeah, you guys, thanks for all you hanging out tonight. It was fun. How long did we go? Over an hour. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, something like
over
that.
an hour. We usually try and keep it to an hour, but since we're live, that's an excuse. We're gonna go a little longer. I think. Wanted to interact with the chat a little bit. I hope you guys enjoyed. And we think that we're going to be doing these at the end of the month now, since this one took so long and it is the end of the month. I was thinking, well, if we want it, we might as well just do it at the end of the month now. Right, Shar? So I think that would just be for the best.
Shar? She told me this like yesterday or whatever. It was great.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie. I told you last week during my birthday or something like that.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't mind. Whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. Technically, it's still my birthday week, guys. So if you want, you want to send me a little something, nah, I'm kidding. All the happy birthdays. I want to thank you guys. I had a lot of love that day from you too, Shar. I saw your message.
Hell yeah! I was probably the first one because
I think so. I think you were actually. Yeah, that kind of got the ball rolling.
I was like, you know what? I'll probably be the first one because I'm in the future. But whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, good times. Good times. Yeah, I felt the love that day. Had a lot of tweets and comments on YouTube and stuff like that. So I appreciate it, you guys. I'm an old woman, but I'm here. I'm still playing games like we were talking about earlier. I'm still doing this hobby. I can't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop, man.
I mean, what are people my age doing anyways? Watching TV?
Seriously, they're probably all pretty fucking boring if they're not gaming.
Yeah, like, well, I don't want to say that because my friends might be listening or something like that. I have friends that keep busy. Like my friend Sarah, I think I mentioned her. Like she loves to read and like she keeps getting smarter and smarter. Like she's a smart girl. Really nice. But some people, it's like, I wonder, are you just on Facebook all day? Like, what do you do? Because they're constantly on Facebook or like something else.
That is something I never want to become.
Yeah, and they're just like watching their favorite show and like Facebooking about it. I'm like,
I just want to say, there's nothing wrong with watching stuff, like going and like marathoning stuff, but like I can't do it on a regular basis. Like my mom watches Netflix so goddamn much, and I'm like, man, and then she wonders what I fucking do, and I'm like, I sit there in that game. Like,
Does she doesn't give you the lecture like, oh, that's such a waste of time, does she?
I think she's given up. Like, once we had the PS2 and stuff, like, she kind of just gave up. She was like, this is a hobby that my children are into.
I think it's the best. Like parents should really embrace it because your kids, they're for one thing, they're home. They're not running away or anything crazy.
Right?
And they're like
I think she
expanding their
appreciated that the
mind.
most. I
They're
want to say
learning, you know?
learning. I
Well, you
mean,
know, as far as like your reflexes, they're using their
Mhm.
brain, they're solving puzzles, you know what I mean? Like you're doing something.
Yeah.
TV watching, you're just sitting there, you're a zombie, you know?
she
And then,
gets-
like you
I mean,
said, there's nothing
yeah.
wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with
No.
TV and shows and all that, but I'm just
Twitter-
always pro gaming, you know?
You see Mohammed, Twitter console wars over gaming. Facts. Fucking
Mhm.
facts, dude.
There are people who, you know, they get down like that. It's all
So
just
true.
drama or talking about other people, and they're not
We
really
don't talk to
playing
those people.
games.
I don't talk to those people.
I usually don't either. They come across my timeline though. Like, you know, people like
Yep,
things
of
or they
course.
retweet. And I'm just like, why are you? Well, we're getting off on a tangent, but you
Yep.
guys know when I do my Let's Chats and all that, my viewers know I can rant about this stuff, and I have before. Just go back and watch some of them. But yeah, you guys know how I feel about that stuff because I'm so, you know, into gaming. I wanna keep it gaming for the most part.
Could have sold crack, but I collected power-ups instead. Same.
Facts.
Facts, though.
I did a video in the past too about girls who complain about their boyfriends playing games. I did a video on that too because I was like, you got to think about it this way. They're at home. Would you rather them at home or like out in the clubs messing around talking to girls? Like, not that that's the only two choices, but you know what I mean? Like, as long as they're getting stuff done, they're working, they're providing or whatever they're doing,
Right?
being a father or whatever you guys got going on. Hey, shoot, let them play some
Man,
games.
it's a hobby like anything else, man. Like,
Yeah.
it just
Same
happens
goes
to
for
have
us
a
too.
bad rap, and I don't know why.
Yeah. I wonder if there's any girls out there where their guys don't play games, and I wonder if they go through this. I would love to hear like a story like that if anyone out there is
That would
listening.
be interesting. That definitely would be interesting because I feel like now gamers stick to gamers. You know what I mean? Like, not that we're like, you know, not like we're trying to be like weird inbreeders. Like, oh, I'm only gonna, you know, date a gamer. But like, I feel like there's less and less people who like are in relationships that aren't gamers together. Because hobbies are such a big part of like relationships. That, like,
I think,
one
well,
of them
for
games
us,
and the other one doesn't, then it's kind of like weird to us. Like,
definitely for the women, I think we can all
yeah,
agree. We probably go for someone who's at least open to us gaming this much and like dabbles in it and plays at least a little bit.
Me what your favorite Final Fantasy game is in 3 seconds. You're not allowed to date me.
Oh man.
Hell
These
yeah.
standards out here. I don't want to have any standards like that.
No, I don't have standards. It's
Kenny's a gamer though, so.
Yeah. You lucked out then.
Yeah, but I feel like so many guys are into games though. Well, at least the ones I know, like all Kenny's friends. Maybe that's why they're friends, but they all are into games for the most
that's
part.
the thing is, like, so many girls are into games, but we just don't talk about it like guys do. Like, maybe you do because you're I don't want to say you're in like the public eye, but you have like, you know, you have an audience on YouTube and that's your gaming. Your channel is centered around it.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like there's a lot of people out there that like they're playing games, but they don't like tweet about it all the time, or they don't like talk to their friends about it all the time. Like, you know.
It's kind of a struggle sometimes because when I do have friends that don't play games, which is the majority, and gaming is what I've been watching and doing the past week, but you know, since I saw them, it's like I don't have much else to talk about. So I just kind of let them talk about things, and we'll talk. I'm not just talking about gaming, but I want to. It's like I want to talk about games, but they just have no idea what I'm even saying. So it's like I don't do it. It's a struggle sometimes.
Yeah.
So I could just imagine in a relationship with somebody who has no interest in gaming. Can you imagine? Like,
I can't.
I can't imagine it.
I would have to get them into something. Like, that would be my goal, to get them into something. Because if they couldn't, like, if they just couldn't, I don't know what I would do, man.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Because even sometimes, like, because I'm so much up on the news, I'm in the podcast, I'm constantly viewing the news and everything, what's going on with gaming. Sometimes Kenny's out of the loop, and like I'll talk to him about it. He's like, "Oh, when did that happen?" Or "I never knew that." And it's like, and he's a gamer. So even then there could be like blocks in the conversation. So imagine somebody who doesn't know anything.
Oh man.
I can't even imagine.
I don't know, man.
I think that could be a deal breaker, to
I
be
know,
honest.
right? Because like I feel like we don't have, I don't want to say that we have like struggles or whatever, but like it's such a first world problem.
Oh, definitely.
But like
definitely.
But like if like you're dating someone who doesn't game and they don't understand why you're acting the way you're acting or you do the things that you do, then I feel like that puts strain on your relationship if the other person's not like doesn't understand that part of you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like yeah, if you were dating someone who's like completely not a gamer and they're just sitting there and they're like, why are you playing this video game for so long? And it's like they could never understand it because they don't game.
Yeah, I can't imagine that. Like I feel like it would make me feel lonely, or like, I mean, that would probably goes with anything you're interested in and they just have no idea. But because gaming's so big, it's the one.
Yeah, people overcome it obviously,
of course.
It's probably a struggle, but like I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, especially if they put you down for it, or they just are like, you're playing that again, or nagging you to get off of it. I can just imagine, like, that would be, I don't know, man. I don't think I'd be happy. I think I'd feel they don't know me. They don't love me.
See, okay, so men think that like it's not as common for guys to find like quote unquote like gamer girls or girls who are into gaming.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying is like the community has such a I feel like the community has such a bad rap that lots of gamer girls don't say that they like gaming because they're going to get a lot of shit from the guy side of it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel it's not that they don't exist, it's that they're not vocal, so they're harder to find. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. But then I don't know.
Is your co-host dating anyone right now? No, I'm single.
Yeah, she's in Japan.
I've dated
you want to go to Japan?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a good topic too. Just talking about the whole gamer girls and like, where are they?
Yeah.
But they are out there. But I do hear that a lot, even from guys I know on Twitter. They're like, "Oh, Erica, you're so rare. You're such a rare find." Yeah, like they just don't know any girls that game in their life. Like they just don't know any. But the thing about that, that's the thing. But yeah, the thing though, because I talk about, everyone knows I'm a gamer. So when I'm with my friends, my family, they all know that's what I do.
Same.
None of my friends play games. So I get where they're coming from. Like if I was trying to hook up a guy with a gamer girl that was my friend, I would not be successful because I don't know anybody. I mean, in my personal life, in my location. They're here, but I don't know where to find them. I'm sure they're like at a GameStop when I go in there or something. But as far as my friends and who I went to school with and all of that, I was the one that was trying to get them. Oh, let's play Mario Kart. Do you want to try it? You know, I was the one trying to get the girls to play. But only one friend ever I knew. She had a PS2 and PS3 and all that. That was the only friend, one girl. Other than that, everyone moved on or they just never cared for it. So I get where guys are coming from. Like I could see them having the same situation. Like they just don't know any girls who are into it.
Fair enough. I have a lot of friends online though, so maybe it's a little bit different.
But yeah, that's the thing too. You are on the internet. You can meet girls. Like you can definitely do a profile or go on Tinder or something like that and say, "Hey, I'm a gamer. I'd love to find another girl that games." And hey, maybe you guys can date and go from there. I don't know. I'm not a part of the dating scene anymore, but it seems kind of crazy out here. It seems kind of crazy out here. The things I hear from my friends and like the online dating, I don't know how you guys do it, but maybe you can make it work to where you can just search for gamers and go to events and then meet them there and like go hang out and play games and stuff. Maybe, I don't know. That's what I would do, I guess. I know gamer girls, that term. I know I felt kind of dirty using it.
I don't like using it.
I felt kind of dirty. I did say that, and I apologize, everyone.
I hate it.
But yeah, we always find something to talk about with this stuff, like relationships and all that. That's why we like to do the
Yep.
backlog, because yes, we do talk gaming, but we also talk relationship stuff, or we talk about anything really. So gaming is just always on our mind, so it comes up a lot. Even when we're talking about dating, it's about dating gamers, you know, it's about dating people that love games and all of that, you know. I'm like, and people tell me too, Erica, you're lucky you married a gamer, and I'm like, well, he is
That's
a
not that
he
hard.
is a dude. Like a lot of guys like games, you know? So I think of it that way. So yeah, I guess that is our perception. We just don't think there's a lot of other girls like us, but there is. There is. They're out there. You just got to find them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you should just walk around wearing a Yoshi t-shirt.
Oh,
like a certain
Lord.
someone. People in the
No.
chat might know what I'm talking about. But yeah, like maybe you got to just be more outspoken about it. And just
I'm not
I
really
don't
looking for
know.
a Japanese boyfriend either. I'm not like there's nobody out here, man. There's ain't nobody out here. So like whatever, but like it's fine. I'm not really looking that hard. I'm sure if I was looking harder then I could get a boyfriend, but man, whatever.
Yeah, and the med says, you know, if a girl's too similar, it's like being with a clone. Yeah, of course, if you're very similar in personality and everything else, you might get tired of each other.
My longest
you know?
relationship was like a total of like 5 years or something. Like that was the longest one, and we were basically the same person, and it worked out.
Really? And
Yeah.
it was cool the whole time mostly.
It was
like,
cool.
Huh?
Yeah, like you know, one of us would be playing on console, and the other one would be playing on like PSP or some shit, and we'd just be sitting in the same room and chilling. And
But as far even like your personalities though, and like how chill
they were a little
or
bit different, but like they
okay,
weren't
yeah.
so different.
Everyone's different, so obviously in some way you're gonna like different movies or something like that. It's gonna
Like
gaming might be the same.
people literally thought we were related. Like
For reals? You guys kind of
yeah.
look like each other too?
Oh yeah, we looked really similar. Similar height. We had the similar like with hair
Crazy.
color.
I think I've seen them before, right?
You've seen a picture.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But that goes in line with everybody. I think we all kind of date somebody that kind of looks like us in a
That's
way.
the thing is like, what was it?
There's
like,
a science behind that.
Yeah, there's
actually.
a science behind like
Yeah.
finding somebody is similar to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they say it has to do with looking at yourself your whole entire life, so it becomes almost like attractive in a way, like your eyes, the dimensions of your face,
features,
like the features, your ears, everything, your skin color, even sometimes, and that becomes attractive to you. Yeah.
Yep.
The whole thing.
Crazy.
Pretty interesting.
Y'all out here telling me I won't have a problem finding a boyfriend. Thanks, guys.
Jazzy, what's good? Night meds. Just want to say hello to all you guys. Glenser, Crypto in there, trolling a bit, I think. Shout out to the trolls, Eric.
And
What's up?
Basically asexual. Incorrect. How is it in Japan, electronics-wise, places to go for gaming? I live in a pretty how do I explain this? I'm pretty like rural, so like the closest arcade is like 20 minutes away. I have to like drive there. I don't really go that often. Electronics wise, I don't know. I work at schools. Like I'm an English teacher at Japanese schools, and they still use like fax machines and like stuff. And there's like and they have like I don't know, shitty like laptops, and like all the old people don't know how to use them. It's funny.
Yeah. Well, I can't say much about fax machines. We use them here.
Yeah.
My job, and then
for everything. It's crazy.
Yeah. Huh. Instead of an email, let me fax you this letter real quick.
Yeah.
I send it. They're like in the next room. That's funny. Yeah, but Japan.
I know people aren't getting married in Japan. It's because they're fucking
too busy or what?
I don't remember the reasons. I'd have to look up the science of like why, but it's a lot of like younger people just not wanting to. It's the same in like America too. I feel like a lot of people just
that's happening here too.
They just don't care. They just don't care. It's not because they're asexual. They might just not want kids. Like that's not because they don't want to have sex. Asexual is basically you don't like anything to do with sex. Period.
Yeah, you don't like men or women or anything.
You just don't like the act of sex. Like you don't like anything associated with it. That's what being asexual is. And then people not having kids doesn't mean they're asexual.
I'm not gonna lie, I have days like that. Sometimes I'm just like, no,
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm just focused on whatever else.
Yeah.
But overall, no. I mean, I don't know what that's like, but it is a thing.
Yep.
That is a thing.
I'd have
Yeah.
to look it
I
up,
used to know a girl who she claimed she was asexual, but then she ended up having kids. So I think she was just maybe going through a phase. Maybe she went through a phase. I don't know. But yeah, it's crazy. I feel like Japan's on my bucket list. I want to go someday.
It's pretty great.
Just see everything there and be awesome. That'd be the furthest I ever go anywhere.
I have to go a whole bunch of places still.
Med said he was just joking. Yeah, but it still brought up an interesting topic though. Sometimes you guys joke or something. It's like, oh, we could talk about that.
I also can't read sarcasm through a screen, so just like
Yeah, sometimes we miss it. Sometimes we
Isn't
miss
it super expensive to live in Japan? It depends on the place. It's like living in New York to like living in the Midwest. Like it's different throughout the country.
Yeah, like the nicer parts or the city or something is like more,
Tokyo's the biggest and like Osaka and like all those. But I live in a pretty rural area and my rent's like I live in a pretty small place, but like my rent's like $550 Canadian or something. I don't remember what the
that's cheap.
Was. It's hella cheap.
That's super cheap. You cannot find a place like that here where I'm at.
But I'm out in the middle of nowhere, so
yeah. 500, shoot.
I think it's 500, maybe 600. I'm gonna highball it and say 600.
The apartment we were in before our house, we were paying $675 for a 1-bedroom. Yeah. And now our mortgage is like almost double that. So good times. But we got a house now and it's ours.
Yeah.
It's different,
I was living in Vancouver for school and I shared it with my ex and it was $13.50 a month for like a basement suite with like 3 rooms basically.
Sheesh.
Crazy.
Yeah, I can just imagine New York, places like that. Like here in Cali, like San Francisco is ridiculous. LA.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law, they were telling us because they were looking for an apartment in LA and like the cheapest was like $1,300 for not just an apartment, a studio, you guys.
Ew.
So they had to move back because it was just ridiculous. They were having a baby. They're like, nope, we can't do this.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I know that's cheap meds, but still, compared to I would have took $550 in a heartbeat. That's cheap.
Yeah.
LA is expensive.
It's not that bad.
Where I'm at, it's not super pricey, but LA and all that, shoot. Horror stories. That's all I hear.
Jeez.
Just awful. Awful traffic. I don't know how anyone can live in LA, to be honest. Like I really don't.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about like YouTube and being on here and social media, a lot of people think I live in LA, but I don't.
I think that's
I'm not even close.
Honestly.
Yeah, they're like, you live in LA, right? I'm like,
oh yeah,
no?
you live in LA because you do YouTube, right? Yeah, no, bitch.
You're
no.
right. Or I think it's just that whole perception, like if you live in Cali, you live in LA kind of thing. Like, oh, you must be by the beach, right? No, I'm by a bunch of farms and a bunch of agriculture. That's where I'm at. Just fields of raisins and
hell yeah.
Or grapes, I should say. And like just that's it, that's where I'm at. I'm in the Central Valley. So
this life, my dude.
The farm life out here, yeah. The drought life.
Though. That's the thing is like I don't kind of really care where I live as long as like I have my computer. I stay in so much that it's just it's crazy.
Yeah. Good times though. It's nice hanging out with you again, Shar, here with the people, going live. What do you think? You like it better live or pre-recorded? Our show.
You asking everybody? You asking me?
No, I'm asking you.
Either way, honestly.
Either way. I kind of like the interaction, just kind of hanging out. They will go longer though, that's the thing.
There's the problem, right?
It's kind of like our after show just kind of blends in and we just keep going.
And then people look at the video and it's like 2 fucking hours and they're like, hell no.
I know, that's the bad thing. So if you guys in the chat or you're watching it later, give us some feedback if you guys like this better. Or if it's too long, you don't like it, let us know. We can try and clean it up and keep it live or just pre-record and keep it short.
Or cut it up or something.
Yeah. Maybe less topics. We didn't really have a lot of topics though. we can go
our
on.
normal amount of topics, I felt.
Yeah, we improvised at the end and everything. That's the thing. Like if we're asking questions, or you guys are asking questions, putting your input, it could extend our conversation, and we could be here all night if we wanted to. But it's hard because it's fun. I'm having fun right now, but sometimes you gotta like limit it because you don't want people to be put off later. Oh, this is too damn long. They're not gonna want to click it. So it just depends on you guys. Give us some feedback. Let us know.
Yep.
Too long is not a problem, Night says. But he's laughing though. See, sometimes you guys are joking. Sometimes you're I love my viewers though. Like, you guys are great. Like I always have a good time with them, Shar. I'm telling you, like when I stream and stuff, they're always joking, they're always, making fun of me or whatever. But I love it. It's like it's fun. No one here is like super trolly to the point where I just want to like get rid of them. But they do take jabs at me sometimes. Or us, or they'll make like a sexual innuendo or something.
2-hour podcast is a limit, man. What podcast are you watching, dude? Holy shit!
Well, like PSP is 2 hours. Press Start Podcast. Yeah,
Gotcha.
anything beyond that, even when I'm on the podcast and we go beyond that, I start to get really tired. I'm like, all right, maybe we should wrap up soon. But yeah, it just depends, I guess. You know. But we could wrap it up. Shar, you want to go ahead and have a closing statement or just say goodbye?
Go sub to Eric on Patreon because we're still doing the raffles for the art stuff, even though Patreon was like, hey, that's against terms of service, but hey, guess what? We're gonna do it anyways. So we're telling you about it here again. Anyways.
Yeah. And for those who don't know, if you're not on my Patreon, we give away a free art piece, which is drawn by Shar, a little pixel art piece, which are really good. You guys can check out. You have a site, you have a Tumblr, right? Or like a commission thing?
Yeah.
Put it in the chat. Check out her art. It's really good. The thing about your pixel art or pixel art in general is like you watch it, like I watch you doing it sometimes. I'm like, yeah, this looks so basic, it just looks like a little, it's like a couple squares, and then all of a sudden it looks like really good. I'm like, how does she do that? Like the shadowing and like it's a trip. Like I like your stuff.
Oh my God.
It's good.
I can't fucking link it. Can you fucking hold on? Can you fucking link it?
There's the Patreon link. Okay, yeah, but I'm trying.
It won't let me.
No. You're linking. Wait. Let me find it. Get their Tumblr out there.
I put it in the group chat for the call.
I don't see it though.
Tumblr, didn't you mean Tinder? Ha! Joke's on you, I'm not on Tinder, bitch!
I don't see, I see, I have it saved in my thing. Okay.
So doing it sometimes.
But speaking of the Patreon, like you mentioned, they did kind of give me the warning, like, hey, you can't have raffles, you can't have drawings. We also got it on Press Start Podcast Patreon, so just so you guys know. I still want to do giveaways. I still want to give away, games, and then this art stuff that Char's doing. It's my way of supporting her, and then you guys get something cool, like one of you guys get it a month. So that's gonna keep going. Did you really do Bowsette? Oh my gosh, Char.
Yeah, I did.
No.
Hell yeah.
Char, why?
Because it was popular at the time, and I had to get on the train.
Man. Click that link to her
Click that link.
art and Tumblr. This chick really did Bowsette.
I did Bowsette.
Wow.
She's sexy though. Look at her.
I can't believe this. I'm low key disappointed right now.
I thought I'd be safe for Bowsette here. No, you never safe for Bowsette.
Man. I don't condone this, you guys. I didn't know it was there. My apologies. Like I didn't know. Okay.
I like how this just turned into like a meme. Like,
cancel the show. I say I canceled the show. We're canceled now. But if you keep scrolling, you guys, like, I'm looking at this character right here. This guy in blue.
Oh, that awesome. I did that. That was what was that? Yeah, it says in the title. You guys can go read it.
And that picture of you, like that looks like you. See, it's a trip, you guys. Like, go support her art. Check it out. She's open to commissions, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you guys ever want some art done, something like that, I might actually hit you up soon for some emotes or something. See how DeReal Phil in the chat? He has that little icon by him. Yeah. He's a member. I want something different for that. Yeah.
Members.
Because you could. It's like a subscription, but it's like a monthly little like a Patreon,
Yes,
I guess,
we
for your
do.
channel. So here and then on Twitch, I need some stuff, man. I gotta hit
Fancy.
you up for that. But yeah, like I was saying with the Patreon thing, we're still gonna do the art giveaways. I don't know. Are we doing that drawing tonight? We'll do it after the show. I think
Yeah.
if we do it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something else. Oh,
I don't remember.
also, if you guys are new to the backlog, you never, listened or you don't know, we do like a pre-show and sometimes after show. I don't know how long we'll be on tonight, but most of the times when we pre-record, we have it before and after. Like when we're planning the show, we're coming up with topics. It can get interesting. We talk about random stuff. So on the Patreon, I'll post pre-shows on there, so you can get more of us if you really like us that much. So yeah, that's just something else you get when you join for like $1. You'll get that stuff. So. Erica, you should go on Crap Gamers podcast. Okay, we're definitely canceling the backlog. We're out of here, you guys. Anything else to say, Shar? I can't believe someone just told me that right now. What the hell's going on around here? I know it's Saturday and it's late.
We've gone
but
too long.
what the
We've
frick
gone
is
too
going
long.
on? Yeah.
Everybody's coming in now. No, I
dare
don't
you.
got anything to say to these people. I don't got anything.
I
I've said
appreciate
all
you guys. I appreciate you guys. Sometimes you say some silly stuff, but but I appreciate you guys, man. I love you guys. Thanks for the support and watching. And we'll be back next month. Char's all quiet. She's like,
Yeah,
I'm ready to bounce.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.